welcome back to More Sugar, More Spice with your girl Mandisa. Thank you so much for joining us. Before I get to this video, I have a special message for you guys. I reached 100 subscribers. That's a huge milestone for me. 100 subscribers in 1 month, I think, is pretty decent, considering the fact that I'm not like a celebrity. I'm not like an influencer or anything like that. But you know what? Thank you so much, guys, to all 111 of you guys. You guys are awesome. I appreciate your support. I see you in the comments. You know, one thing that I noticed is I have a couple of guys that actually have subscribed and a couple of guys that actually commented on some of my videos, which is great because I'm trying to make as much, you know, unisex content as possible. I want to be relatable to each and every single person. So I just wanted to say thank you. You guys are awesome. Continue to like, share this video so that your other friends can see it in their Chinas and their Chinas, that sort of thing. And our family can just keep getting bigger and bigger. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So firstly, before I also get to the video, another important thing to note. Can we just address how these beauty YouTubers, natural hair, 4C, slick bun in 20 minutes. Guys, can you tell us the truth in your videos? This is not easy, okay? Tell us the truth. It's wrong. It's illegal. Nete, guys. Nete. Wow. This is wow, guys, this was hard. I don't think you'll ever see me again with a slick bun on my natural short 4C hair. Hey, I'm wounded. Anyway, let's get straight to the tea. So, today's video is about my debut at Consumer Watchdog. It sounds wild, but it's not that wild. Yeah, my debut at Consumer Watchdog with my landlord wars. Guys, I would say this story time came to me when I remembered, you know, hearing somebody just yesterday talking about, though that wasn't yesterday, I think it was a couple of days ago on Twitter when I was, you know, reading these comments about the shutdown and, you know, the impact that it's had on people's lives and all of that. And one of the things that really got to me was this lady who she shared actual screenshots of her conversation with her landlord. And basically, Budi was like, sister, you gotta go. I'm not gonna be incurring costs. I'm not gonna be incurring costs. And it was painful because this woman was like, I'm not saying I'm not gonna pay you. I'm actually gonna pay you, but I'm only gonna pay you after this lockdown because I will already back pay. But the way my work situation is structured right now, I don't have rent money, but I need somewhere to stay. And on top of that, I can't go home because lockdown, and I can't find a new place because financial constraints, and also Kimudela guy during lockdown. And the landlord was just like, Bona sister, that sounds like a you problem. And that just reminded me of what I went through, obviously pre-lockdown, but what I went through with a difficult landlord. Now, my initial experiences with landlords were never this wild. I remember I had an awesome landlord, when I was doing my, the last 2 years of uni. Man, he was an awesome chap. You know, did repairs on time, just come around, you know, say hi, check if everybody's okay, are you guys feeling safe? He was awesome. My other landlord, I never really got to relate with because I was paying rent through the other person. Like, it was like I had leased within somebody else, subletting, is that what you call it? Yeah. So I've never really had any drama with the landlord, and I was never ready for what was about to happen to me, and it happened. So this is where the story starts. Firstly, this is my version of events, guys. I'm not a realtor. I don't know real estate law or whatever, if there's such a thing. Just telling you what I went through. I am in no capacity telling it's wrong and it's right. So please don't come for me because I remember people came for me when this was actually happening. And then let's also I like being very impartial about my discussions. can we also just note that there are tenants who are wild, right? There are tenants who, yes, they need to be brought in, they need to be reined in because, you know, they're wild. And sometimes it be you guys, like I keep saying, you know, sometimes it be you. So let's just consider that also. Sometimes landlords are not just difficult for being difficult in jail. Okay, so let's get into it. So firstly, I moved from a shared household, like I had said, I was subletting. And the reason why I moved was because, one, I think I needed more space, and I think I had just recently gotten a better job, and I thought I could just, you know, afford somewhere for my own self, ne? And then I found a spot, you know, I found the spot in Block 3. It was very, very convenient. It was very close. It was very close to where I lived, so I could literally walk home sometimes. And then now, you know how hard it is. I think if you've never looked for a house in Gabs, you don't know how hard this is. It's difficult to find the perfect house. Either overpriced day or convenient day in terms of the location. But I remember when I found this house, I was like, yes. And I was at the gate with like other potential tenants, and I ran, ne, sprint. First come first serve. And because the spot was so nice, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do everything I can do to secure the spot. And you know, not all that glitters is gold, so the saying goes. I moved in and you know, settled in. I think within the first week, I had my stuff was all in there and everything was cool. Right now, this was the situation. So this was one of these houses where the main house got out of the couple, moved into like a smaller kind of house, and then they developed the property, and now they were moving from the little guest situation at the back to the main house in the front. So I was in the buuuurk, right at the buuuurk. So wow. So the first fishy thing that happened, guys, this person took their time to make repairs. I mean, the house was not in like good condition. It wasn't brand new, I understood that, but it was not in good condition. Like the ceiling was falling off. What else was wrong? I think there was a leak in the bathroom. The rails in the other bedroom, the second bedroom, were gone. And also I think there was something off with the floor that they have to fix, and a few fittings in the kitchen. A few fittings in the kitchen that they had to fix, and they took their sweet time. And you know, it's really unfair when somebody's doing that and they back on main house, you know, like you want me to be knocking at your door every single day to remind you that you owe me repairs. It was so unfair. And that was the first thing that happened to me, actually, within my first month. We were already complaining, and kind of do it security up front, rent up front. So I don't understand what so there I am trying to get this man to make these repairs, because I assumed because you know, he's the guy with the hands. Organizing those repairs. Did those guys not store? I think I was living in that house for 3 months, and these people had not done a single repair. And the breaking point for me was because I could see that the ceiling was finished and was about to fall on me. It was rainy season, and you know, when you work at agency, you always have a laptop hanging around. You're always chasing briefs and deadlines and tenders and stuff like that. And it was raining, and I had a few electronics in the living room, and this house was leaking to a point where, okay, there was water all over the living room. My carpet was wet. Some of my furniture was wet. And I was just telling these guys, imagine if I had like my stuff, my electronics on the floor, and I left to go somewhere, and I come back because and then I find my stuff is kaput, you know? And like, they were nonchalant is not even the word. They were unbothered. Couple I think, like, bale unbothered. They had like, the crazy one. The second thing that was fishy was, okay, these guys also, like, one of the perks was that like the house had AC, right? So these guys now, after I moved in, and sort out everything. Bambalala, where they're actually thinking about removing the air conditioner in my bedroom to their house. And I'm like, no, no, no. I paid this amount of rent without any qualms because I knew there were perks. And the AC is a perk. And they were just like, no, but you know, we didn't include it. I'm like, but you didn't say. The landlord. So, guys, now gonna go AC and thing. You know it gets hot. The other thing that was really fishy about these guys was they had this beautiful puppy. I'm such a sucker for dogs, guys. Like, I constantly tell my mom and my husband that human beings don't deserve dogs. I love dogs with, wow. Guys, dogs. So, one of the things, obviously, that sort of influenced my decision or made my living there experience better was the fact that they had a little cute bubble puppy. It was so adorable, and it was like still gidinyana. You know that stage where they're playful, they be messing with your laundry. You need to discipline them. You need to teach them, potty train them, train them not to take your laundry off the line, that sort of mess. And I was just like, this dog isn't trained. Several occasions, girl does laundry, girl finds laundry on the floor, right? Yeah. Girl finds laundry on the ground. They can't even find where this and that is because the dog was not kept and it was just not trained. And I remember another breaking point for me was there was a sewage system that these people kept. Guys, there was always like sewage mess. You don't want to be living a sewage mess there. Anyway, I digress. Back to the dog. So the other thing that really turned me off, these guys, were this dog was a young dog. It was a beautiful breed. Pedigree, but the dog was limping. So I asked him, is the dog okay? Or something? Because I tried to look at it and wow, I couldn't find anything. And my husband, then boyfriend, tried to look at it and we couldn't find anything. We thought maybe Ebola is really. And because I love dogs, now I'm calling my mom. I'm like, hi mom, you know, where's Antix? Is she practicing in Gabs? She's a vet. Can she come check out this dog? Enjoy being a caring person. Only to find out what's up with it. Or what? I'm like, how long has it been limping? You know what happened? Are we bleed? Guys, I don't. And then they would go for long spans. Well, I understand they were going through a bereavement at the time, but they would go without making any arrangements unusual for the dog. Like, now I would feel bad or I'd like have leftover food or something like that to give to the dog because I didn't want to waste. But they would go for about 2 weeks. And you would hear them, my were coming in and out, and nobody remembers to leave water for the poor dog. I was just like, what kind of people are these people? Anyway, fast forward to me now being cut for being like, I've had enough, I'm done. Yup. Well, that happened. Yes. So fast forward to the time where I'm like, I'm done. I'm ready to move. So I find another makeshift place to move myself to. And I'm like, I need my security back. Can I have my security? My money. Because someone notices now when I'm like about to move, I think a week before I leave, I'm just like, guys, what are you saying? This dude, nya. 2 days before I move, no, kana we gore security nera kanya gore re ska se gonela sotlhe kana, you know, when you moved in we had a dog and you know the dog ya no ela tlhegile ya no and kana, you know, we spent a lot of money buying that dog, and now we were thinking because, you know, and enjoy dule Oh, pause. Like, the nerve of that man. The nerve. I get. And he was serious. This guy told me, no, I need to reconsider. Guys, so brother man is like, no, you need to be half of the dog because the dog, mind you, these people were careless. The house was still under construction and there were people coming in and out of the yard, and there were kids. I think there was like 6 kids at some point. And then now a grown-up person who loves dogs, who's had dogs before. But that's even besides the point. We didn't have that kind of agreement with my money. And then your girl was just... I was touched, actually. I told my husband, and I told him, it's okay. He agreed with me. No. This person, like, it's not coming together. Right? When that was not your responsibility to start with. So I'm like, okay, cool. Stressed out at that point. I'm like, let me go to Consumer Watchdog. Some sort of standing, a ground to argue, because I'm in the dark now. On the Consumer Watchdogs the debut first post, I can't fathom I narrate my story to them hella in full detail. BOTSWANA. These guys now totally, no one even gave me solid advice, guys. Did they not now start taking apart my post? Guys, imagine I'm stressed out. I need my money. I think this was like 3.8, something like that. It was 3.8 bucks. Nake Friday, I can say 3.8 to I'm away. Security at the new spot. But when I'm Borella, can te father muki, Gilina Lanja. Father mu. It got to a point where now these people had trivialized my post. Obviously, there were a few serious posts where people were like, no, it was, I think maybe the reason why the crowd or the audience did that was because they felt like, this is a non-issue, my sister. Let's get to the jokes. And that time now, I'm hurt. My money, my heart, and it's on the line, and these people are busy telling me what it can't they father Mugilina Anja can't they hey father Magando hey but hey can't they look at what's in it the father Miki or one get take it. Guys, that really hurt my feelings. Like, I feel like that was like legit my first encounter with being cyber bullied over Consumer Watchdog. It's a safe haven. Obviously, I think Richard and like the other guys, they said some constructive stuff, but was that the arrangement, whatnot. But the majority of the posts, I think I actually went there and I took it down. If you have some time, my friends on the socials, or if you remember the Fathom story and how that blew up and how that went viral in one night, please comment some of the things that you had read, because I had to then cancel myself, and focus on getting my money back. But that was my debut Consumer Watchdog. Now every time I have to post something related to service, I guess because I knew I'm like, ooh, those guys at Consumer Watchdog, they're gonna come for me again and start telling me about my English, just because I used the word fathom. But people do that a lot, and just because I have strong character, it didn't bug me. But that was actually bullying, guys, and you need to stop it. But yeah, so that's that. I went to the Consumer Watchdog and they shredded me to pieces, and then I took the little that I could get from those posts, and I told this guy, it's not gonna work. This was not my dog. This was not in our arrangement, and as a landlord, You should have been more responsible with your dog. I have never left the gate open. I know there's a dog. I've had dogs before. So you guys are going to have to take responsibility by yourselves. And he was being finicky. And I told him, you know what? If you want me to escalate this issue and seek legal counsel about the terms that you're giving me now, I'm gladly I could do that. And then that's when the brother man was like, pay help. That's when he gave me the money back and I was able to move. So I think all in all, the story time obviously is about a difficult landlord or a wild landlord. But sometimes landlords are very unreasonable and I don't know why. Fire on them. Or is it like abuse of power, as you know, power corrupt, but the power corrupts and absolute power does what? I forgot how the saying goes, but maybe they're just in a position of power and they end up, taking advantage of people. But that's my experience with, I think that's the worst experience that I've had with the landlord. The other experiences though, it was with housemates. Guys, the girls in Gabs that you see looking pretty do terrible things, go by like big guys. What? But that's another story for another day. I just wanted to say that was my debut with Consumer Watchdog. I did get a lot of positive feedback, but the majority of it was negative. And like I said, I thought it was cyberbullying. But that taught me never ever to go back on the watchdogs again, unless it's work related, because I can't run away from that. But yeah, that's that, guys. Thank you so much for watching and listening to my story about Fathom. And please comment if you have any wild stories with your landlord. Please comment below. Let me know what you've been through and if you remember anything from that Fathom saga. Because now we can haha and kiki about it. And then also remember to share this video so that your friends can see it and their channels, that sort of thing, so that our family can get bigger. Thank you so much. I will see you in my next video. Bye.